Okay. Fashionable.
You need to sign in, please, sir. Sir, you need to sign in.
No, you got 5:30?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. It is 5:30 p.m. and we will call the Choteau City Council meeting for February 1st, 2022 to order. Those present will stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us out there tonight. Those online tonight are Councilman Diakos, Councilman Murja, and Public Works wastewater operator Levi Wareheim. Present, Councilman Howard, Councilwoman Kokoli, Clerk Rogers, Deputy Clerk Fraunfelter, Jen Asselstein's here from Kappa, Choteau Chamber, whichever hat she's got on the night, and John Graves is here. Thank you, John. First item up tonight would be to close the public hearing on the CDBG housing grant. And some housekeeping on this one. Excuse me. I need to apologize. I thought this was truly a city public hearing and that it should go for 2 weeks, as most of our resolutions are required to go 2 weeks. It really didn't have to. We could have closed it last week, but we did get an additional comment in. And I will read it into the record, and then Jody can chastise me. February 1, 2022, City of Choteau. We did not consent or authorize out-of-town unelected bureaucrats to subvert the local government. The Choteau City Council did. We did not consent or authorize the Port Authority to operate on a countywide level after being overwhelmingly voted down by the people of the county to do so. The Choteau City Council did. And we do not consent to the City Council and the Port Authority ushering in failed California policies and big government regulations without the informed consent of the people of Choteau. The City of Choteau has indicated they are unfamiliar with the details of the impositions and the strings attached to the community redevelopment block grants. Similar restrictions attached to the tree and sidewalk harm the taxpayers of Choteau now. This is not about creating affordable housing for the people of Choteau. It is about gentrifying existing single-family homes and artificially inflating property taxes. The affordable housing grift has culturally decimated one great Western town after another, leaving only a depraved, woke catastrophes. We do not consent to the affordable housing grift in Choteau. Sincerely, the White House, Choteau, Montana, Nate and Nicole White. We have that on the record. And as I said, I apologize. We should have closed it last week, but having not closed it, we had the opportunity to get this on the record. And
We didn't have any other public comment, correct?
we had no other public comment. on this.
I have a question about the application to the local housing committee. Do we have that committee formed yet?
We do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just one. Okay.
The city of Choteau has nothing to do with this per se, other than run the money. That's all we are, is a pass through so that there is a way for the governmental entities and the auditors to track the funds, to make sure they are being processed properly, paid properly, and tracked properly. So
And the goal for the future, should we receive this grant and be able to administer it, or who administers it?
Jody,
Jody will.
the capital would submit bills to the city would submit them through us, we would review them, sign off on them, and pay the,
That way they're audited.
Okay.
yeah.
And so the management team is the city finance officer, a project admin manager from Kappa,
Yep, Jen.
and then a project engineer. Is that somebody we have to hire, or have someone that has to be hired?
Go ahead, Jen.
It, that's up for discussion yet.
Okay,
The part of the grant admin is, payment comes out of their 10%, and so that would go to pay that person. So, yeah, it could be someone who could, it hasn't been determined yet, it could be someone who does a multitude of tasks, it's someone, maybe a retired general contractor or something that works on our behalf and agrees to do these projects.
but they don't have to be an engineer per se, just an overseer more.
Correct. Yeah.
But the first step is to just apply for the grant, then get the grant, then set our
Mhm.
parameters.
And again, the capital will do all of that.
One, I've been working at the title company that we deal with a lot of Montana Board of Housing, and we work with NeighborWorks Montana on a pretty regular basis to help with down payment loans.
Yeah.
And we're seeing more and more of those
Sure.
happen. Yeah.
So do you see, through what you've done in working with NeighborWorks, do you see a concern about this sort of grant being used to gentrify the neighborhood? It doesn't seem to be what's happening in Conrad. The county has, or authorities, they've done that, but
No, I don't see that.
Any other questions?
Do
That
we need
being
a
said-
motion to close, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, please. Oh, Mr. John? Nope. I've asked, I just,
I would
Yes.
move that we close public comment.
I have a motion from council person D.
Second.
A second from councilperson Howard. Any additional questions? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have closed the public hearing. Second thing tonight would be the approval of city council meeting minutes from January 18th.
I move approval of the minutes.
A second.
I have a motion from councilperson D and a second from councilperson
C.
Piccoli. Any questions or corrections on the minutes? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I am sincerely trying to figure out the best way to address the council members now that council member Piccoli is with me, and I'm going to lean towards council member. Council person was the other one. I did. some
Council
reading.
folk.
This has been a lot of discussion on our clerk listserv.
And on the mayor's as well. So, yeah, and there will be times where I trip up, and I would hope somebody, it's not intentional, but I would hope somebody would remind me that. So request to be out of state between now and the day after Valentine's Day. Whose birthday? Oh, cupcakes after the next council meeting. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow and back Thursday, but other than that, I'm not leaving the state.
You're gonna be all the way down in Idaho, right?
I'm going to be in Sula. I can see
Close enough.
Idaho from there, but I'm not going to be
Spit,
out of
you'll
state.
make it.
Yeah. Okay, we have no unfinished business. New business tonight would be the vote on our water meter bid approval. This is for the new water meters for the city, for the entire city, not just the new water lines going in, but everybody in town will be getting a new water meter. We've been working to get the pits, figure out those that are inside the house, outside the house. We have a now know who's got them in and who's got them out, so we can get new pits dug in. And we had one bidder, Ferguson Enterprises. And with the supplementals, the total award amount would be $315,724.37.
Anyone else show interest in bidding it?
Nope.
Really?
What Mike wants is pretty specific. He doesn't want the moving parts. So these are the only people that did that. Gosh, I could guarantee that we'd have those moving parts that would wear out long before.
Okay.
Not that it's a huge matter, but where are they from? Where, Ferguson?
They're national.
They're a national.
Oh, they are.
Office in Great Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, this bid actually came from the one in
Kalispell.
Kalispell, but the gal who came and walked through some of the products was from Billings, actually from Wyoming. Yeah.
You know, Ferguson has just changed the way their company works. So when you call it Great Falls Ferguson, you don't know who's answering the phone, but it will be somebody in the state of Montana.
Oh.
And they're just networking now.
Mhm.
It seems to be okay.
You buy enough
I buy a
products.
lot of stuff from them, but
Yeah,
You have good business relationships. that-
yeah, I was just surprised. You only have one bid, but if it's a specific thing, they obviously have the franchise for the area. So
I'm doing some research. Mike went out and looked at, Lewistown has this set up, and they were spoke very, very highly of it. Yeah, after 6 months, but they wish they would have had their timeline to get everything done. He said is nothing close to what it's going to be. It's actually going to be prolonged farther than that, because nothing ever goes the way you expect it to, especially when you start putting this kind of stuff in. These are wireless type meters. We will have antennas throughout a couple locations in the community. We can sit here and read the meters, and Tom doesn't have to drive around with the
Nice.
meter reader in his hand.
It'll send us a warning.
Yep.
if-
I was gonna say, we'll have live notice of leaks and that
Yeah,
kind of
so
stuff.
all of a sudden,
That's nice.
the house that we just had that had 153,000 gallons of water in their house, that would have been a notice to us. Like before, all of a sudden Mike's saying, we're using so much water.
Yeah.
You know, there is a lot.
It gives us the ability to throttle back the water as well. We could not shut it all the way off, so you could still drink, brush your teeth, things like that. But if it would give us the opportunity, we wouldn't have to go to a house and residents and turn things off.
So will the residents still have the ability to shut water off? Like replacing water heater? Or-
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Something like
yes,
that.
your
Okay.
internal things will still be shut off.
Okay, I'm just making sure that it didn't have to change
No,
plumbing afterwards. It's just plumbing.
no,
Okay,
no. Those that have meters inside, they'll put a coupler in there to where the meters were and move them outside. Yeah, I'm one of those as
everything
well.
built in 2021 will have to be replumbed.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So says the plumber.
Yeah.
Just do it.
yeah.
The Stewart's house. Okay. Melly, any questions?
No, how many total is this pool approximately? 736 or
700, yes.
There's more than that because there's 10 extra. We ordered
We
some.
ordered a few extras because right at the present time, you're looking at possibly up to 6 months out for every form of meter there else is on the planet at times. Been struggling. As you probably know.
You might be lucky to see them in 6 months.
Yeah.
Don't harsh my mellow.
The Border's been closed.
You know, that's true.
Yeah.
This company does the full everything. Do they remove the old one?
Nope, we'll do that.
All they do is sell the product.
And they're gonna come to teach, do the class on how to operate the new system, make the new system get hooked up,
So they're just providing.
providing,
So
correct.
Mike's been talking about doing as much as he can in-house and then subbing out certain areas. More like commercial ones that involve copper changeouts, he'll sub those out.
Do we need a motion to accept the bid? Is that accurate?
Yeah,
Mr.
we're
Mayor?
waiting. We're answering some questions for Mel. They're looking up
Okay.
total number of units that are purchasing.
So right now, the bed includes 724.
And then the other
And that
addendum,
is, I think that's 20 extra.
the addendum's got some other ones in it too.
No,
Oh, okay,
that was with those.
cool. 724. All right.
And the equipment to run it.
Yeah, and the radios.
Okay.
Yeah. Software tower
And
radios
the training.
program. Yes. It should be a turnkey thing.
After they're all
Oh,
installed.
After they're all in place.
Yes, once they're all installed.
Once they're all here.
Yes.
Exactly. So, yes, I would take a motion to accept the bid.
So moved.
Second,
I have a motion from Councilperson D and a second from Councilperson Merja. Those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We will get this signed and out to Ferguson ASAP in the morning.
Given the delays, when do they think they can provide them to you?
If I remember, as I say, if she said
You're getting for-
yes,
So right at in time for all the other big stuff to happen.
What was the question?
when we might expect to see these actually in our, it'd be June, the earliest.
Okay,
Unless something,
divine
magnificent
intervention.
happens. Yes, exactly. So, next time would be claims.
I move approval of the claims.
I'll second.
I have a motion from Councilperson D and a second from Councilperson Coley for the claims. Nothing out of the ordinary this month that I could see.
I will make the disclaimer that my business is Golden Triangle Goods, and the $50 at the on the, what page is it?
For the
Page.
server.
Yeah, for the server space for Visit Choteau website through TVID is for me.
Okay. Is the 9,366.25, that's Kyle?
For 25 building inspections.
Yeah, that's for the last 6 months.
Okay,
It includes the dollar store and a lot of that.
Okay.
okay.
Any additional questions?
I'm almost done.
Okay.
Nope, nothing else for me.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We will pay the bills. This will bring us to our public comment. Mr. Graves? Nope. Jen? I just would throw out there a couple things. I'm getting notices of a lot of dogs biting people, chasing people, things like that in the community. People walking dogs with their dogs on a leash. People's dogs in their yards not on a leash, coming out, snipping, ripping, doing damage to other people's dogs. And we got to be better than that, people. Those stuff, they've been turned over to the sheriff's office to be looked into. We all have them. We all have dogs, but we got to do a better job of keeping them inside and taken care of, or on our property and not harassing others. Again, I've received some correspondence, unsigned, anonymous. It's difficult for me to do anything with that. If you can't put a name on there, I cannot answer it. Just, so please, if you take the time to write a complaint or write a letter, put your name on it, please, and we'll get back with you. Last but least, I am a part-time mayor, and there'll be times where days getting back to somebody might take a little while, but we're getting back to everybody. Council members, you probably got an email, but we're taking care of those things. So best case scenario, I'm here from 8 to 9 in the morning, 4 to 5 in the afternoons, track me down. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. So let's learn together as we grow as a community. Anything, councilwoman, councilpersons, councilwoman? Oh. All right, with that, we will adjourn till February 15th, 5:30 here in City Hall again.
Thank you,
Good
Mr.
night,
Mayor.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.